What is going on YouTube? Sync these here bringing you a new video, and it's confirmed by Good Morning Madden and the squad over at EA. The team of the year is coming out next week, along with the return of veterans, heavyweights, flashbacks, signature series, things like that. So without further ado, I'm about to give you guys the prediction for team of the year. Let's head over to the auction market. All right, guys. So the first guy I want to talk about is the quarterback position. This guy had a great year, and he also didn't receive a card in a long time compared to others. Um, and the guy I'm talking about is none other than Russell Wilson, 91 overall. We know that Lamar Jackson had a hell of a season. Behind him was Drew Brees and things like that. But Russell Wilson was third in line in that MVP voting race, next to Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, and things like that. And this guy is only a 91 overall. I think it's about due that he gets an upgrade. Didn't get one in the playoff promo, and I suspect that Team of the Year, he is going to do him right and give him a 96 to 97 overall card. Moving over to the running back position, this guy surprised, not really surprised everybody, but just took over the reins and the title of best running back this year. It was um what's his name, Nick Chubb at one point, but he missed a couple games. But Derrick Henry, this guy right here, if he gets a 97, 98 overall card for having a rushing title, I don't believe it's going to be McCaffrey, even though McCaffrey had a great season. McCaffrey just got a card from Zero Chill. But if Derrick Henry gets a card, he's going to be tough. He's going to be equivalent to Eric Dickerson, in my opinion. He may be a little bit lackluster in some aspects as far as his elusiveness and agility, but God, I don't want to see this guy in weekend league head to head at all. He will have bruiser, jukebox, all those sorts of things. 6'3" in height. He's going to be tough to bring down. Let's move on to the wide receiver position. These two guys just balled out this season pretty much. He's a dog, absolutely dog. Put up 1,700 receiving yards, over 100 plus receptions, and that's none other than Michael Thomas. The last card he received, I believe, was from Most Feared. But Michael Thomas is an absolute beast. I suspect his card to be in the high 97, 98 as well range for offense of wide receiver. But the other receiver I want to talk about is Mr. 99 himself, Nuke. Nuke deserves another card as well. His last card was Ultimate Kickoff, as you can see right here. 87 speed, 94 jumping and whatnot. I suspect his route running to be on top of the threshold. He's a physical wide receiver, so I believe his route running should all be in the 90s. His catching traffic, spec catch should all be superb. His speed should probably sit around 93, similar to like Julio and things like that. But this is going to be a phenomenal card as well. He had a phenomenal season alongside Deshaun Watson. Moving over to the tight end position, there's only one tight end that you guys know about, and that is none other than George Kittle. George Kittle had a fantastic season, even with missing a couple games here and there. He came back, destroyed the Saints with a stiff arm to help his team win a game. He's become that guy that just don't believe in going down now, and I think he's going to be a force. Team of the Year card last year was just absolutely amazing, and I believe that his Team of the Year card this year is going to be absolutely crazy. If you guys want to invest in this card, I would absolutely do that now rather than wait. But he's due for an upgrade as well. You can see his card being a 97, 96 overall. Moving over to the offensive line, we have left tackle for that protected Aaron Rodgers throughout these playoffs about to come up and throughout the season. David Bakhtiari, absolute best left tackle in the league right now. Playing for the Packers and whatnot, protecting Aaron Rodgers. I suspect him to get a nasty upgrade to have his pass blocking in about the 96, 95, 96 area. Awareness to be about 97. His run block should be a little bit lower, but he should get about a 96 card, I believe. Moving over to left guard, we have the strongest left guard in the game, in my opinion. This he was a rookie last year, came in the league and took it by storm. But Quentin Nelson, his last card was actually the Harvest card. 93 overall there. It was a 92 during that promo. I suspect him to get about a 96 as well. Offensive line card. Um, if I wish I could show you guys on my team, but that's just leaving the mark and things like that. But his strength is absolutely crazy. Absolute dog in the trenches and things like that. I suspect him to have one of the strongest cards, best pass blocking, balance of pass blocking and run blocking as well. But I suspect him to get a team of the year card. Moving over to right guard, we have actually let's go to center. Let's go to center. This guy, usually always the best center in the league for some reason. Well, second best. Jason Kelsey just got a card. Um, but I suspect Rodney Hudson to get the new Team of the Year card. He hasn't gotten a card in a while, actually. I think his last card was the heavyweight. So I suspect him to get a absolute boost. It's going to cost tons of training if you already have him powered up. But he's been one of the best centers of all in the league, basically. All right, let's move over to right guard. We have this guy who just hasn't gotten an upgrade all year. Um, and he's probably been one of the best right guards in the game. It's not Larry Allen, but it's Zach Martin. Zach Martin hasn't received the upgrade all year. I have his power up, so I'm kind of waiting to see what that turns into. And I just quick so his what's the name? But Zach Martin, I expect to get the right guard position. Been solid for the Cowboys and things like that. Moving over to right tackle because we gotta secure the anchor on the outside, protect our QBs. Is none other than Ryan Ramczyk of the Saints. Has a 93 card here, which I've seen do absolute wonders. Strength a little low for me, but it's no doubt I think he plays better than Lane Johnson in some areas. But like I said, absolute dog. Had a phenomenal season protecting Drew Brees and things like that. Got demolished a little bit in the playoffs playing those 4-3 guys, Everson Griffin and whatnot. But it is what it is. He still had a phenomenal year. And that's pretty much who I got for the offense. Let's move over to the defense. All right, guys. So we on the defensive side of the ball, and the one guy I want to talk about is Chandler Jones. Underrated edge rusher playing on a weak team in my opinion, but he played in a solid division. This dude was absolutely phenomenal. His last card, it looks like, was a series redux series signature series card. I expect him to get a nice little boost playing on the edge. Along with him is going to be his partner from the Steelers, TJ Watt. TJ Watt was absolutely phenomenal. The only reason I believe he got overshadowed a little bit is because of the work that the Nick Bosa was doing and things like that. But he's been absolutely crazy for the Steelers, especially with all the things that happened throughout the season with them. He's been doing his job consistently. Moving over to the interior, we have none other than you know who, Mr. 16 himself. Just an absolute beast. Gotta get double teamed every time he gets in the game, and that's none other than Aaron Donald. He's a right end, isn't he? Well, he plays all over the D line, but he is a right end, isn't he? Aaron Donald absolutely deserves an upgrade. He's been killing it for like the past 3 or 4 seasons. I suspect this card to be absolutely nasty, especially along his block, shed, and power move, things like that. God, he's going to be fast too. High excel. Strength is going to be through the roof. It's going to be crazy. Alongside him, I have Falcons defensive tackle Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett, you know, played on another weak team, but been doing his job basically throughout the whole season. His last card was the ultimate kickoff, 90 overall, uh, next to his heavyweight and things like that. So I expect him to get an upgrade as well. Moving over to the cornerback position, the guys who protect the sticks and things like that. Stephon Gilmore by far was the best corner in the league, but he already got a card. So I expect this guy to take his place. Tre'Davious White, if he gets a card for team of the year, I think he's going to be absolutely nasty. His speed is going to be a little bit lackluster, but he'll finally meet the man and zone thresholds. His press is going to be crazy. You throw shaker on him and things like that, he's going to be nasty for the Bills team. Next to him, we have this guy who just switched teams mid mid season and just wreaked havoc alongside his peers in the secondary, and that's Marcus Peters. Um, I could see EA finally giving him a power up and making this card just go absolutely nuts for team of the year. But he absolutely went crazy for the Ravens and absolutely deserved a team of the year card. Moving over to safety, this guy Prez himself just wreaked havoc the whole season, whether he was playing nickel, whether he was, playing deep, quarter safety. It didn't matter. This guy was just all over the field making plays, playing linebacker. Jamal Adams hasn't seen a card since Mud Heroes. I expect his team of the year card to just be bananas as it was last year. Absolutely just disgusting in my opinion. And can't wait to run up against him. Uh, Next to him on the other side of the ball, we have free safety who also got traded mid-season. Minka Fitzpatrick. He already has a power up. It makes sense. He was balling this year. It could be a toss up between him and Justin Simmons, but I think Minka had a better season. Had a lot more. Had a couple more picks than Justin Simmons, and I think that he'll get the team of the year vote to go his way. Moving over to moving back to middle linebackers, it's only two guys that have basically shown up and did their job year in and year out. First up, we're gonna go with the lower rated middle linebacker. Luke Kuechly hasn't received a card for a while. Um, Absolutely deserves an upgrade. His last card was a 90 overall. Then on top of that, we're gonna see two Seahawks get cards, and that's Bobby Wagner, all season high tackle leader. 90, last card was a 91 overall. I can see him getting his 98 overall and things like that in MUT. Moving over to the special teams, this guy, obviously the best kicker in the league for the past 3, 4, 5, 5 years, and that's just Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker gets another card, best punter, team of the year card. And then we moving over to punter. This guy has been the best punter. Actually helped beat the Patriots by just field position and things like that. But Brett Kern, the best punter in the league. I expect him to get a team of the year card as well. Absolutely nasty year he had. So I don't know if he'll get a power up, but he is one of those guys that deserves a team of the year card. And last but not least, the kick returner that I believe will earn a card is none other than, similar to Devin Hester, Cordero Patterson. He was number one in the league, voted by his peers and things like that for his scheme and things like that. I believe he'll be similar to Devin Hester as far as ability to move, his abilities, human joystick, things like that. I don't believe his route running and things will like that will go be crazy. But he will be a factor. He will have great speed. If he comes with a power up, Vikings fans, Patriots fans, things like that, they'll be happy because he's played on numerous amounts of teams. But if he doesn't, it's going to suck just like last year when Andre Roberts was the kick returner of the year. But that's my prediction for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, smash that like button. Comment down in the comment section. Tell me who you think deserves to be on this Team of the Year list. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, man, remember to be great. I'm out.